What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is an interesting one. I've been planning this for quite some time, and my Players Rugby Association did a poll on why South African rugby players are leaving to go play overseas. Now we all know the answer to this, but it was interesting to talk about the different categories. Now before we get into the deep stuff, I want you to think and maybe comment down before we get into the nitty-gritty of this. The options were money, politics, experience of different cultures, transformation, game time, or none of the above. Those were the options that people got to select in this survey, and interesting stats came about it. Now we've heard this situation and drama in New Zealand of people calling for this whole system of not allowing players to play overseas to be dropped so it can save money in New Zealand rugby, etc., etc. South Africa have recently dropped. You had to have more than 30 caps in order to play for the Springboks. If you're playing overseas, we know Australia and Argentina are very strict with this ruling, etc., etc., as well as other nations. South Africa obviously has dropped that, and now a lot more players are going overseas. Now, if we talk about the currency rate of South Africa, £1, if I'm not mistaken, is 18 or 19 rand, which is a lot of money. So if you're from the UK and you think £1, times that by 18, or 18, give it another £18 for that one. Jeepers, it's a lot of money. Now, one of you great blokes, because it's not right, he donated to this channel 50 last week and 30 this past week. And a lot of other guys of you have donated to this channel. That's a lot of money. £50 he did 2 weeks ago. That's 1,000 rand for me. So $1,000. It's a lot of money. Now, you think why people like Casper Lee, for those who know YouTubers and all these sports stars, are going overseas because they're earning more money. Hence that being one of the strongest reasons why these guys go. Because what they get down here for playing for the Bulls or the Sharks is nowhere near as much as the investors pay. There's these international clubs in France, England, even Japan, which is coming up in the market, and people are going there. So you think money will be the main factor. We all know politics in South African sport is a drama talk, because we've had manipulations of certain members being told to play when they shouldn't play, etc., etc., forming the quota system. Then you've got different cultures, those are certain things. That's, to me, not a big thing. Transformation, that's obviously the right way, is bringing the sports to the communities, allowing them opportunities to play in schools, in colleges, provincial level, and obviously the rulings of having certain amount of players of colours within your sporting team. Transformation, that's what it is. Game time, obviously the amount of time these guys get to play, which technically links back to transformation and quota system. Players not getting the opportunity to play, so therefore they head overseas. And obviously some say none of the above. Now for me, if I have to rank this up, I go money first, politics second, transformation, game time, and then the rest. What the survey says is money, 51%. That's very high. Obviously we know that is the main factor, as I've just explained to you guys in the whole talk of what a rand is to the pound and dollars is, etc., etc. It's a lot of money for these guys to earn. Different cultures was 10%. So that's obviously different cultures, religions, experiencing within the sporting field kind of thing. Transformation is fourth, 9%. And I think a lot of people might have thought this would have been the second problem, joined with politics. And then game time, 8% and 4% said none of the above. And I thought these were very interesting. Money definitely first. I didn't think it would be as high. I thought politics might have had a big effect, because this has disrupted sport in South Africa for quite a number of years. It has gotten better. It definitely has. But unfortunately, we've had situations of the previous World Cup, not last year in cricket, the one before, with Kyle Abbott, Vernon Philander, boom. Kyle Abbott is now playing Kolpak cricket overseas. He can't play for South Africa. Why? That was one of the reasons. We've seen Charles Langeveld, Andre now have interaction. Charles Langeveld pulled out because he's like, you're not selecting me for my colour. I want to earn my position. he earned a lot of respect, but unfortunately because of that, he missed out on a few, because it's going against what political interference it was at the time. But again, it's gotten better. If we look at the transformation of what SA Rugby have done with the talent that's come up with the likes of Mkazola Mapimpi, Ispu Nkosi, Sia Kolisi, etc., etc. There's so much great talent. And not only that, and if you watched the Loris Awards last night, it's players of white players who also fight and battle to get through. Francois Lowe being a farm boy, trying to get in, to get to where he is. Many other players who just don't have the finances to get to step to step. It's not just a racial thing. It can affect all types. I mean, for me, for example, I couldn't afford what these guys get up there in order to stick it up. So I will miss out. But you get my gist of this. So it's interesting. Game time, you do understand. These guys, for example, Kyle Abbott, didn't get an opportunity in cricket, so he's gone overseas. So very interesting stats, and it bogs my mind, because it's sad that we're getting to situations where money is becoming stronger. And I know it's your career, I know it's your salary. If someone offers me a better job with a better salary, I will take it. If I could do YouTube on its own, I would take it. Yes, for the money, but to be honest, I love doing this, just like they love playing sports. So yeah, money, politics. Hey, we saw how that's affected players' minds and forcing players when they're not ready, destroying careers. It's sad. That's definitely second. And those, to me, are the two biggest factors in this whole survey. Money, politics. Just because of the situation. Transformation is something that's going to happen whether you like it or not. But it's important because it's developing the youth of this country. It's developing the people in the townships who can't afford to play the sport. So it's giving them the opportunity to achieve their dreams. Because you don't know, before one judges, we don't know the talent that's out there that we are missing out on, who might be better than a player in Grey Bloom High School who's clapping it, or a guy in Bishops and around the country. Give them all opportunity, and that's the importance of transformation. Think of it the right way, and don't confuse transformation and quota. Quota linked with politics, transformation building in the communities. So those for me are great things. But it's interesting. I wanted to share those stats with you because it's a topic of why people keep asking me, why, Gareth, are players going overseas? Why do you have so much in the UK, in France, in Japan, blah, blah? That's why. Money is better, so they want to think of their families and their careers. Politics, fortunately, and the other stuff as well. But those two are the biggest. 51% to money and 18% to politics. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do you disagree or agree? Or would you give more ratio to politics, transformation, cultures, game time, rather than money? Let me know in the comment section down below. Let's create a discussion. And on that note, that's going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you for another one. Stay safe, and thanks so much for watching. Never give up. Cheers.